Okay, this is a tour of the 2006 Mini R53. This is a Mini Cooper S. I custom ordered this car from new back in 2006 and took delivery in August 2006. It's hyper blue metallic, jet black roof, matching mirrors, matching stripes. This car was ordered with pretty much all the packages. It's got the sport package, comfort package, convenience package, and cold weather package. There are a number of standalone options as well. It's got limited slip differential from the factory. It has an anthracite headliner, chrome line interior, and we'll take a look at the interior in a few minutes. It's got the rear fog light, and probably that's about it for the additional standalone options on this car. I owned the car from 2006 to 2011 when I sold it to a couple who live in Connecticut. The woman drove it back and forth to work, short distance, and I kept in touch with them because after selling the car I realized that was probably the wrong decision. And when they were ready to sell, I let them know to just, get in touch and I would buy the car back. So I bought the car back 2 years ago in 2018. And it was pretty much unchanged from when they got it, which was nice to see. All that they did was they added window tint, and that's about the only change that happened to the car while they owned it. Now, during my entire ownership and during their entire ownership, the car's been garaged. So it's in really good shape. It hasn't been exposed to the elements. Very, very limited winter use. This was not a daily driver when I owned it for most of its life. So it hasn't been too exposed to the elements here in the Northeast. What else can I tell you? So the outside, when I got the car back, my goal was to basically just continue with what I would have done with the car had I still owned it originally. And I continued to mod it and really do a restoration of the car. The aero kit that you see on there that was added in around 2009, 2010 actually. So that's been on the car for a while. But I did have the front bumper and the entire front end resprayed. Just because of age, typical with these Minis, a little bit of road rash, that sort of thing. The car currently has 68,000 miles, so it's still pretty low mileage for a 14-year-old car. That's been well kept. When the car was resprayed, I also replaced all 3 of the front grills. I managed to source brand new ones. So literally the whole front end of the car looks like a brand new car. All right, let's talk a little bit about the mechanicals. So again, this car started life as a 2006 Cooper S R53. I have done a number of upgrades, both OEM and a few more of the more common aftermarket items, but pretty tame overall. What the car's got mechanically, we'll start with from a power perspective. We've got the JCW cold air intake, the JCW exhaust, and this is the full exhaust including the mid pipe, the cat back, and all the way. It's got a 15% Helix pulley that was installed by Helix. I live near them, so that's really great to have them as a resource. That's pretty much it from the performance side. As I mentioned, it also has the factory limited slip diff. Suspension wise, we've got a number of mods. So this car has a GP1 suspension. It was just installed, it's brand new, front and rear. And I converted the rear trailing arms to R56 aluminum arms, which matches with the GP1 suspension. It's slightly different than the JCW, but it's all new. It also has an R56 big brake JCW kit, both front and rear. So it's got the entire second gen brake kit in there. Up front, we've got M7 strut defenders. It actually is the full strut bar. I just took the bar off, I just left the ends on, but the bar is part of the car. A Canton Racing aluminum expansion tank. That's about it up front. Oh yeah, Cabrio, R52 Cabrio braces for a little bit of strengthening up front. I have them painted body color when the bumper and the bonnet were painted. Got a 19mm H Sport adjustable rear sway bar, just to help balance out the cornering a little bit, and it is adjustable. We've also got adjustable rear end links which come from Way Motorworks, which I think are just rebadged 8 Sport ones. I can't remember. They're not his, but they're the good quality ones. And that's to give you a little bit of adjustment in the rear camber to help dial it in. Front, again, is just the stock JCW suspension. There's no camber adjustment on these cars, at least not out of the factory, so this car does not have that up front. So I think from a mechanical perspective, that's everything. Now I'll take you through the interior next. The interior of this car, over the last 2 years, it's been totally refreshed, changed. The car originally came with the anthracite interior, which was kind of a dark gray on the dash and door cards, and it had leatherette front seats and rear seats. So I was able to source a set of the English leather seats, which are super comfortable. These are in great shape. You can see the bolsters are absolutely fine. Most of these wear out. These are not. They're in great condition. But I also wanted to make some other cosmetic changes to the car. So I got brand new mini door cards in hyper blue, so it matches the body color, and dash, that's brand new as well. And I managed to find a brand new JCW leather Alcantara steering wheel. They've been out of production for a long time. I just lucked out and found a new one. It is in this car. And at the same time, I went ahead and replaced the multifunction steering wheel controls just because they had a little bit of wear. They weren't bad, but I went ahead and put new ones in anyway. And then changed the dowel tubes to silver just to match the door cards at the same time, so it all goes together well. The car did come originally with the chrome line interior, so you do see that in here. I think it works well on this particular car. I do like it. And then I changed out the gauge faces to these Cockpit Chrono, I'm trying to remember, Cockpit Specialist is the name of the company. They're very good quality. Easy to swap in, swap out. I stole the originals, but these are like a black and white. It just matches the interior much better with all the rest of the switching, in my opinion. Again, like I mentioned, the car's got the cold weather package, the convenience package, the comfort package. So you've got heated seats. You've got automatic air conditioning. You've got a full set of toggles. There's no blanks on this one. Harman Kardon stereo. What else do we have optional here? We mentioned the anthracite headliner. As you can see, it's in perfect shape. There's no sags. There's no problems with it at all. It's all here. And interior wise, that's pretty much it. I think, oh yeah, I put new floor mats in it too. There you go. There's a look at the dash. All right, just take a quick look at the electricals here. Everything's the automatic AC, everything works. Window switches, DSC off and on. Door locks, fog lights, another window. Got your heated seat switches down here. Power windows, sorry, power mirrors. No fault lights anywhere. It's all good. Should mention the car just went through inspection last week. It was due. No issues whatsoever. All right, well, there you have it.